Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about the witch, Malady, and all the stupid things you can do with her. These things are usually only available during Halloween, and they are actually quite old. Like, they seriously haven't changed any of this. Like, this was an old event from like 4 or 5 years ago, and she went away for a while. Like, I hadn't seen her in a long time. Then they brought her back as glitchy as ever. So I'm gonna explain why she's a little glitchy and needs a revamp. Because, okay, first of all, we don't care about the text, and they gave us a ton of text boxes to skip through just to make one silly item. And on top of that, it's very unorganized. Like, it took me like an hour to figure out how all of this works and how to make the best item. And everything stacks on top of each other. Like, you're making ingredients. That's basically it. Everything you make is ingredients for the next item up. And then to make the last item, you need the ingredients of the ingredients, and it's just like, yeah. So it's confusing to all hell. Let's get started. The first item on the list is the seasoned frog eggs and mushrooms. Now, you need a frog egg from the frog boss that's roaming around town, alright? Now, those bosses, when you kill them, drop a whole ton of frog eggs. There's another way to get frog eggs. I'm going to get to that later, because some people aren't strong enough to kill them by themselves, or, you know, have to fight over the drops whenever they're killing with a friend or something. So, you need a frog egg and 5 orange caps, or 2 horny caps. The orange caps can be found here, and the horny caps can be found here. Now, I recommend going for the horny caps because you only need 2 of them. And to make 5 batches of this, you would need only 10 horny caps instead of 25 orange caps. So, moving on. The next item, bloody mushroom wine. You need 3 green mushroom caps, which can be found here, or 2 blue horny caps. No, wait, 2 blue mushroom caps. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. And those can be found here. Now, you need the cat spittle from the cat boss. There's 2 bosses that just roam around in towns. They start off as little guys and then they get bigger. So, you get the cat spittle, 1 cat spittle, and 5 of the green mushroom caps, or 2 of the blue mushroom caps. Again, I recommend getting the 2 blue ones because, yeah, it's self-explanatory. Anyway, the seasoned frog eggs and the mushrooms and the blood mushroom wine, those are your base items for making stuff now, alright? You need these items to basically make everything else. So after you make a ton of those, not really a ton, you only really need 1 per batch. The slimy canape is next on the list, and you need a seasoned frog, eggs, and mushrooms. And then you also need either 5 octolegs, which octolegs can be found in these maps. And then you can also go with the alternative, which is 2 curse-eye tails, which curse-eye tails can be found here, these monsters. Alright, so go with the curse-eye tails and 1 seasoned frog, eggs, and mushrooms, and you can make a slimy canape. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, moving along to the Zingy Kabob. Now, the Zingy Kabob, you need 1 bloody mushroom wine this time, and you need 5 sturge wings. I always F that up. 5 sturge wings. There we go. You can find those in the subway, right here. And then you can go with the easier method, which is 2 evil eye tails. Those can be found in Alania over here. And so, alright, now we know how to make slimy canapes and Zingy Kabobs. But it gets even more complicated. Alright, you got the swamp wrap. Now, you need to make this 3 seasoned frog eggs and mushrooms. 3 of them, that's right. Then you need either 5 legator skins, which can be found in the swamp area over here, or 2 tough leathers, which, get this, is going to be all the way over here in Ellen Forest, and you gotta get them from the primitive boars. Alright, so once you make one of those. We're moving on to the next one, I guess. The rough leather steak. You need 3 blood mushroom wine and 5 seal skins, which are found in Aqua Road down here. Or you can use the croco leather, which I recommend because you wouldn't have to leave Victoria Island. You only need 2 of them on top of it. Those can be found in the swamp over here. There we go. Alright, now for the kicker. The witch's special stew. If you thought it was all over, you're wrong. Because you can make this 2 different ways. Either with the slimy knape and the zingy kabob, or the swamp wrap and the rough leather steak. Alright? Now, remember how the swamp wrap took like 3 seasoned frog eggs and mushrooms? Same with the rough leather steak, but with the blood mushroom wine. So it was like, oh, well, why would I make it with that if I need to use more of those? Well, get this. When you use the slimy knape and the zingy kabob, you have to have 3 of each to make the witch's special stew. That's right. So I kind of did some math, looked at it in different ways, and to avoid going through more text boxes, I would use the swamp wrap and the rough leather steak method. Because, think of it this way. You have to make 3 seasoned frog eggs and mushrooms and bloody mushroom wine, so you can make 3 slimy knapes and zingy kabobs, right? Well, that's like going through the text boxes like 6 times. And then you can make the witch's special stew. Or you can just take those 3 seasoned frog eggs and make the swamp wrap and the rough leather steak, and only need 1 of them. 1 of each. So you can make the witch's special stew and only go through 4 text boxes. Okay, it's not just 4 text boxes. Going through all the text boxes 4 times, which is, there's 7 total, I counted. So if you want to go through 28 instead of, what was it, 42 text boxes, I would go with the swamp wrap and rough leather steak method. There we go. I got a cough. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, the items are fairly useless. Everything gives you defense except for the last one, which actually gives you 40 weapon attack, which isn't bad, but with all the trouble you're gonna go through to make these, collecting the silly items, traveling from one place to another if you don't have the hyper teleport rock, and then sitting through way too many text boxes, is it really worth it? That will be up to your desperation for needing mesos. These do sell pretty well. I don't know how much they sell for, but I would assume that they will sell for a very good price once the Halloween event is over. So it's up to you if you want to farm these. It goes for 9 days. Next time I'll be quicker on these event stuff so you can, prepare. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the dark tokens. This is the second thing you can do. Clicking the second one, she explains what a dark token is. Oh my goodness, more text boxes. But then she gets to a window and shows you all the stuff you can buy. Alright, so for 1 token, you can get a cursed frog egg or cursed cat spittle. Those are the other methods of getting those items. Remember how I said there was another way of getting them that we'll talk about later? Well, that's the way. Now, the dark tokens drop from basically any monster, and just go out and kill anything that you can find, as long as it's not in New Leaf City or Singapore, because those areas aren't originally from KMS, so we're not, they fucked up, they don't drop over there. So, if you want to farm red coins, go to like Lionheart Castle, or CDs, or some place that actually is in every server. Now, if you were around for the previous Dark Coin event, they didn't drop, like, ever. If you found one, you were a lucky motherfucker. Now, here's the thing, is they drop all the fucking time now, so it's not that big of a deal. In the past, it was completely useless to buy these frog eggs and cat spittles because they were like, why would I spend 1 coin on something that I'm probably not going to use, and I don't even want to really make any of their, her shitty food. So, but now it's, if you want to make the shitty food, go ahead and waste your coins on them. It's not that big of a deal. I farmed like 300 coins at Lionheart Castle in like 20 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal to find them anymore. Now, the next item is the Talking Witch Hat, which is really cool. It's really big on your head, and it looks like the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter. It has 1 of each stat, 100 MP, 15 weapon and magic defense, 7 slots, and is level 20, so it's a good item to have for, your noob, so you can wear it on any class and whatnot. You're making a Smurf account or whatever. So, anyway, moving on, we got the Broomstick. It's a one-handed sword, yeah, 31 attack, 5 speed. Again, used on any class. So this would be like a good item to just kind of like mess around with. So, and then you got the normal witch scroll. Now, this scroll is like a chaos scroll, obviously because it looks like one, but it's only for the Broomstick and the Talking Witch Hat. So, if you want to increase your stats, it will randomly increase any of the stats that it has up to 5 or -5. So, you gotta be careful with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, quick example. You use the scroll. It's gonna look at every stat. Okay, strength. It's gonna randomly increase it or decrease it up to 5. So it can be anywhere in between there. Same with dex, intel, and luck. So you can use these scrolls as many times as you want, but you risk losing the stats on the hat. Like, if you lose the strength off the hat, you can never get it back unless you were to use like a regular scroll to, add strength back to the hat. So sometimes it works out really well, and you can get like 10 of a stat on one of these hats, and it wouldn't be that much of a gamble. I mean, you could get 20 coins for like in 5 minutes of looking, Same with 30 coins for a brand new hat if you fuck it up. So don't worry about it. Have fun scrolling with it. It's fun to experiment. Okay, there's 3 belts. One is the only one you really need, but they gave you options for some reason. For 80 tokens, you can get Witch's Crimson Belt. Now this belt, none of these belts you can really see on your character. They don't appear on your character. They just give you the stats. So this one gives you defense, 20 of each, and 2 jump. 3 slots. They gotta be level 30, and it's untradeable unless you use a Scissors of Karma. That's $3. So, Witch's Ocean Blue Belt. That gives you some more defense, speed this time, and 3 slots again, but this time it's level 55. Alright, this is the one that you're going to want to get though. It's level 85, and it gives you a weapon attack. That's actually very nice. It gives you a lot more defense, and it gives you speed and jump, 3 slots. Now, these belts have their own scroll. The token, it takes a lot more tokens too. It's 100 tokens for this scroll. So, but it's still easily farmable, and you can still have fun experimenting. I've seen people who can get 5 attack on their witch belt. So, it's a good damage increase if you want to experiment, or if you want to keep making them to sell eventually, but you're going to have to get a Scissors of Karma in order to sell the belt. So, hopefully you can scroll it good enough so it balances out and you're not wasting $3. Alright, I think that's basically it. The third option, that's where you choose what you want to buy with your tokens. So, what do I got? I think I got tokens. I got like 100, 56, another 100. I have 256. I didn't even try farming them. It's just from stuff I've been doing randomly. So I'm going to buy the blue belt and the crimson belt because I want to collect them. I've already got the purple one, I believe, and I kind of just want them just so I can like say, oh yeah, I got them belts. What you talk about, fool? Where'd that blue one go? There's the blue one. Okay. Yeah, see, I Chaos Scrolled this one, but I lost my weapon attack on it. So I was like, well, fuck. Let's see, how many more coins do I have? I probably don't have that many. Yeah, I got 76. So, I don't recommend using those chaos belt scrolls on the other belts, the blue and the red one, because they just give defense and they're just going to increase the defense on them. And it's just not worth it in my opinion. It'd be a waste of the scroll. I would save it for the purple one. Alright? So, thanks for watching. It took me a really long time to figure out all of the ingredient stuff you can make through her, so I hope this was helpful. And my computer even shut off while recording this, and I had to, like, you know, wait for it to cool down, whatnot. So, you know, give me a like if you found this video helpful. Dislike if you don't like me and you think I'm a pussy. And subscribe if you want to see some more of my videos. I'm gonna try and get the Olivia quest done, and that shouldn't take too long. I should be able to get that done tonight. So, and I am, last night I checked, 698 subscribers. So I don't know. I might have reached 700, and if so, I am incredibly grateful. Thank you for sticking around, guys, especially since I've been absent playing Halo 4 in school, you know. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.